All right, and we're back. We've just completed our first sort of story battle, or I guess maybe if you consider it the second. The first one's very first battle is definitely a tutorial battle. The second one to me is kind of more still of a tutorial. It has not much to do with the story. This one kind of starts to build the plot and what's going on in the current moments of the game, right? All right, since we're done with the battle though, let's go ahead and learn some abilities. What do we got here? We could learn dash, throw stone, or heal. I really want to learn accumulate before I learn anything else, but also want to learn move +1 as soon as possible too. I'd say the first one I absolutely want to learn is probably move +1. So once we get to 100, we'll learn move +1. We'll stay as a squire for a while. That's kind of how I typically play the game out and how I did when I first played the game too. Let's see if anybody else learned. No, Jeremy wasn't even involved in the battle. Keith. We need 250, or no, it's just 200. It's not 250. Well, that's even better. So yeah, once he gets 200, we'll learn gain job points up. For now, let's leave it there. Same with her. She needs gain JP up. Needs 200 to learn it. Same thing with everybody. Now, Delita, I'm not going to be so concerned about. Like I said, he can learn defend. We know he's not going to be with us forever. And same with August. He's a guest character. I'm not too concerned about how he progresses. But what we can do is remove all of his equipment. I cannot stress enough, every time you get a guest character, completely strip them of their equipment. Guest characters are not permanent members. Sometimes they become permanent members eventually, but they will always, even if they do become eventual permanent members, you will lose their equipment and their abilities. They start over with a different level. Whatever reason, when they go from being a guest character to a permanent character, it completely changes everything about them. So always remove their equipment. Always don't worry about a guest learning what abilities they're learning, because even if they do become a permanent member, their abilities will reset to a different state, another random state of abilities. That's how it works. Now, once they become permanent members, then their stats stay where they are. They're going to learn and progress the way you want them to. Alright, so since we removed his items, let's go ahead and give the best items. Divvy them out amongst our troops. Jeremy, no. Keith, yes. You can have the battle boots. Alright. And then go ahead and pass down some equipment to them. What's left over. Let's see. Go into ability and set. Okay, he's already got items set. Let's see. He knows potion. That's good. He knows Phoenix down too. And then he already knows dash and throw stone, so that's good. He can also learn defend. Alright, so Algus is a Virgo, just like, Keith. So, we have some compatibility with Earth there, but let's see how the story progresses. No spoilers. I was going to make a comment about August and what happens in the future, but let's just let it play out on the screen. You'll see. Alright, well, to Agros Castle. And like I said, the red dots are either story or battle or both. This one is just story, no battle. But we're going to get some story, some dialogue. I hear you beat the first troops. I'm proud to be your brother. The senior statesman spoke highly of you. You are truly descended from the Boves. Thank you. Aren't you happy? Oh, yes I am. Thank you for your kind words. You might have heard about the enemy attacking Elmdor's carriage and kidnapping him. What would you have us to do? I've already had Zalbag sent out for a search party. They'll probably demand ransom if he's still alive. Highness, please let me have 100 soldiers. Are you insane? I beg you, let me avenge my comrade's murder. I said it's taken care of. Didn't you hear me? Galleon isn't any place for you. Let us handle it. But, think of your rank, Algus. Have you forgotten you're just a soldier without rank of knighthood? And besides, he's just insane. Like, what are you gonna do with 100 soldiers besides get yourself killed, dum-dum? No one. I'm gonna leave that. Like I said, no spoilers. I want you to guard Igros Castle. It shouldn't be so difficult. Danger probably won't get this far. Probably won't. If you know anything about JRPGs, when they say things probably won't happen, that means they're definitely going to happen, right? I mean, come on. No, I mean, seriously, not trying to spoil any of the game, but like, if you've played a JRPG and somebody says, "Oh, don't worry, that probably won't happen," it's definitely going to happen. My family was once respected like the Bulls. My grandfather was captured during the 50-Year War. He sold his friends out to the enemy to save himself. But as he left the castle, he got stabbed in the back by a cadet just like myself. One of my grandfather's friends managed to escape and spread the story around. Of course, my father didn't believe it, but everyone else did. They deserted him. Rank. Dice Darg would never meet with someone like me. Delita! Tita! Alma, Solbeg! Brother Ramsay, you came back! Long time no see, brother. I heard how you beat thieves in Garland. That's worthy of a Bolf. I'm sure Father would have been pleased with you. Thank you. Heh, haven't changed a bit. You don't like that much, huh? Delita, you look good. I heard about your role also. Just look how happy Tita is. Delita, I'm glad you're doing well. And you also. How's your schooling? Fine. Everyone is so nice to me. I'd like to talk more with you, but I must hunt down some thieves. Pardon me. I pray for your victory. Ta-ta. The Death Corps have demanded a ransom. What? I can't understand it. The Death Corps claim to be anarchists, but they only rob and hurt the nobility. It's hard to believe they would kidnap the Marquis just for money. Absurd. Why, they're nothing more than knaves, I say. The spy we sent still hasn't returned. He's probably in trouble, but the nobles say there's no need to search for his whereabouts. Where was he when you last heard from him? A trade city called Dorder, east of Galleon. Guarding a castle is boring work, don't you think? Tita, I'm sorry, we must go. Don't worry about me, just take care of yourself. Don't worry, I'll come back safely. So be a good girl. Well then, let's go, August. What Tita said is not true, actually. Something wrong with Tita? She has been picked on at school because of her rank. Sorry, I shouldn't have worried you like that. Tita'll be okay. I'll be there for her, trust me. I'm not worried, but don't you overdo it. You're the one going too far to meet their expectations. Just be yourself and don't be restricted by your name. You sound like our mother. Ramsa. An ominous wind blowing, huh? Uh-oh. Ominous things, ominous things. Gotta learn to read your signs in JRPGs, baby. Ominous winds always mean ominous things. But that's foreshadowing for the future. Right now, everything's just fine. Alright, so now we can buy some different equipment. We got long swords now to upgrade from our broadswords. We got bow guns for archers and escutcheons for shields. And some knight type armor for knight classes. But we don't have knights, so yeah, as of yet we don't have knights. We can also buy battle boots if we wanted to. Battle boots are nice, increasing your movement range. Then there's items, which we are going to buy a few potions. Let's say 6 potions. Alright. We might want to upgrade our weaponry here real quick. Let's go to the fitting room and see who has what. Okay, he already has a long sword. I'm not going to worry about you too much. Go ahead and give you a long sword, and you a long sword, and you a long sword. Now, can we afford that? Yes. Alright. Let's go to formation. You can have the midlife. You guys can have the broadswords. Alright. Every time you get done with the cutscene, it's probably a good idea to save, because you never want to have to die in battle and replay an entire cutscene, right? So now, let's discuss the green dots. The blue dots are cities and towns, which you're not going to face any type of battles. You can just, you know, go to the bar, learn about rumors, the same rumors we already learned about, by the way. You can go shopping like we just did, or soldiers' offices. Now on the green dots, these are where the random battles take place. And they are completely random. So we could go to this green dot and nothing can happen. We can just step on it and pass right through it. Or we can go on the green dot and a battle could break out. Who knows? Now, I will say at times in the game, you're going to want the green dots to give you battles because you're going to want to get more experience before moving on. Some of these battles can be rather difficult at times, and you're going to need to grind a little bit to, you know, be able to beat them. I did play I've been playing a challenge on the mobile version of the game, though, where I don't fight any random battles. I just fight the battles that are story battles for a nice challenge. And trust me, it's tough to get enough experience and job points from each story battle without fighting random battles. However, if you watch a speedrun of the game, they don't do any random battles. They just do story battles. But what they do is they kind of abuse the mechanic, or I wouldn't say abuse, but take advantage of the mechanic of if you fight your own teammates, you can do battle between, like I can attack one of my own teammates and I'll get experience and job points for it, right? So you can set up a scenario where you remove the weapons and just punch each other. You take the enemies down to a point where they can do no damage to you. So you only have one guy left with low HP. He's going to run and go to a corner and hide, right? So then you can take that advantage to attack your own teammates to gain more, so you can kind of grind within one battle. So that, you know, that's the way you could do it, especially if you're speedrunning the game. I'm just going to go, like I said, casually play the game. So there may be some times where we have to do a grindy battle or two, but probably really rarely. We're just going to be able to move right through the game. So there, I passed right through the green spot, got no battle. No random battle was had. So let's go to the shop here, because even places you've been before, they're always going to be constantly updating their inventory. Look at that. Better armor now with more HP and MP. Jeremy, I'm not worried about. Now, can I afford all this new armor? Nope, I'm short on gil. Short on the gil. Well, at least let's get Ramza some better equipment and then see how much money that leaves us. We can probably get Keith some better equipment. Yep. And after this battle we're about ready to fight, we'll probably be able to get other people better equipment. Actually, did that fine. What about Janet? Yep. So, yeah, that'll do for now. we've bought equipment for, and you will know it. You will save. I recommend saving a lot in this game. Save all the time. You never know when you're gonna die and get wiped out and have to do everything all over again. So here we go. Now some of these battles don't really progress the story much. You're just fighting your way through, but most of the time when you get into a battle like this, it's going to be story progression. There's going to be some type of plot progression, character development, something like that. Alrighty. This one is just taking out monsters in a forest. There's not much plot progression. What rotten luck meeting monsters in a place like this. Don't gripe, August. It's better than guarding a castle. This is a matter of life and death. How could you say that? Enough. Here they come. I guess a little bit of character development. We see Delita is much more daring than August. August is more of a whining, sniveling coward. But in a way, you can kind of see August's point. Like, how can you say this is more fun than guarding a castle? You could die here. These are monsters. These are monsters we're dealing with. Now, while I wasn't able to increase everybody's armor, I was able to increase just about everybody's attack abilities. Ba-boom. I want to make sure to get Ramses some potions as soon as I can. I don't want him to take too much damage. We don't want anybody to go down. I want everybody up and gaining experience as much as possible. Alright, so she's taking a hit and Ramses taking a hit. Let's see. Let's get over here and go ahead and heal Ramza. Since he's a bit surrounded by enemies. And I can use her to heal the other girl. Cindy can heal, what's her name? Whatever her name is. There we go. Now Delita come in and start whacking some enemies on the head with a sword. That always helps. I think the best thing to do would be to go ahead and take this bomb out. You want to take the bombs out because when they're in critical condition like this, they are more likely to explode, and when they explode, they will do high damage and inflict the oil status. It is not nice. You want the bombs gone. You do not want bombs to linger. Let's go ahead and play it safe and move it back over here behind Delita and go ahead and give him a potion. And I will use potions a lot as a way to just grind out some job points and experience. Anytime anybody's hurt, just give them a potion just for free job points and free experience. Even if they're only hurt a little bit. Now, I really do like the soundtrack in this game. I really, really do. It's very, very, very good for the game. It's not one of my favorite Final Fantasy soundtracks, but I do enjoy the music of this game. And I think one of the reasons it's not my favorite is it's just a lot of monotony in the music. A lot of the music sounds very similar, and there's not a huge variety, but it fits the feeling of the game very well, and I do appreciate the soundtrack a lot. I really enjoy it. Like I said, I wouldn't put it up there in my top 5 Final Fantasy soundtracks, but it is, like all Square Enix games, a very, very high quality soundtrack. It does its job, and it does it well. I'll say this about the soundtrack is there's no real standout great track, but there's also no standout bad track either. Every song on here is about equal in quality. So it's like you're not going to get any tracks you're like, oh man, I can't get that one track out of my head. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. But you're not going to get, man, I don't really like this one either. They all have their own merits. I didn't mean to move him there. Too busy talking. Should be paying more attention about what I'm doing. I meant to move him over and kill this girl here, but hopefully nothing bad will happen. Okay, good. See, he got his turn again. Like, as you can see, because I selected wait, he still had some CT left on his CT bar, so it filled up faster. So he got his turn again for quicker. So there can be strategic reasons to wait instead of act. Most of the time you want to do some type of action to gain experience. Just the way it is. It's how you progress, it's how you learn, it's how your characters get more powerful. Oh, he's got 1 HP left. Alright, Algus. Take him out. Could be dangerous to get in between these guys. Yeah, let's do it anyways. Live dangerously. We've almost got this one won. Only a couple more enemies left. He didn't even attack me. He attacked someone else. You can bite Algus all you want. Alright, so when enemies have been dead for 3 turns, they turn into an item or a crystal. This one turned into a vial of eye drops. The crystals you can learn abilities off of, or you can just gain HP and MP back. So you actually get an option for some of the crystals. The treasure chest that drop, well, they're just going to contain the item. You walk onto the tile it's on, you pick up the item. It's just that easy. Just do this first, and we're almost to Dorter. All right, so we picked up 1,200 gold or gil. Oh, we're gonna want to first things first, save the game. Next thing, we're gonna go to formation and learn some abilities. All right, he has enough for accumulate, which I might learn over move +1 actually. Accumulate is a very, very, very nice ability. We'll go ahead and learn that. Keith has enough for getting JP up. Great. So we're going to learn getting JP up for Keith. And since we want him to be, I want him to go down more of a magical route. I want him to be a chemist. We're going to change him back to chemist. Who did I give my dagger to? Yeah. Alright, so back to chemist. He can learn some more chemistry abilities. Namely, I want him to learn high potion, ether, and throw item. Those are the big ones for right now. In order, it is probably going to be high potion, ether, throw item. Alright, for Janet, she's got enough. Let's go JP up. Trying to think of what we want to do with Janet. Maybe a knight, but we can't really change her to a knight right now unless we go all the way back to Igros Castle, which I guess we could do. Nothing really stopping us. Just some possibility of random battles in the way. It would be nice, let's see, for her to learn accumulate and move +1. Same with Cindy. Except one of these girls I want to make an archer and one of them I want to make a knight. So that way we can show off all the jobs. Let's see, let's make... Let's make Cindy our knight and Janet our archer. I think that'll work. But we don't want to change their jobs yet because we might run into a random battle on the way back to Igros to buy them their equipment. Delita can learn... There's nothing. Heal's okay. Heal is recover from darkness, silence, and poison. It's like I said, it's okay. But I'd rather him have either move +1 or counter tackle, honestly. So yeah, we'll wait on that. You can learn... You can do the same, either move +1 or counter tackle. We'll save your points. Okay, let's check out his equipment. Okay, yeah. You go ahead and take a long sword. Well, that's kind of a good thing we didn't buy Cindy any extra armor, because we're going to give her some knight armor. We're going to go back to Igros Castle and make her a knight. And we'll make you the archer. we don't really have a lot of money, so, you know, but there's always the chance we'll run into a random battle along the way. We can also sell some stuff if we absolutely have to. I'd prefer not to sell anything, but... Alright. Back to Igris. Probably gonna be random. No! No random battle. That's very surprising. Well, since we made it back, let's go ahead and change jobs. You, I want to be a knight. You, I want to be an archer. I don't know if I have enough money to completely transform these guys and get their weapons and everything, but we'll see. You're going to be our archer. And I want to... Cindy here. Now, do I have enough money to buy all that? Ooh, just enough. Also want to buy this bow gun though, and it's 400. So let's see what we can sell. Sell a dagger, a couple of broadswords. Don't want to sell that other longsword. I'm going to keep it for now. We still need 50 more. Okay, we got leather hats to sell. Okay, here we go. That'll work. Alright, we want to buy the bow gun. Actually, you know what? We might want to sell some more stuff. Because I'm thinking... Yeah. I'm thinking that the archer can equip shields with crossbow. Okay, so if you use a crossbow and not a longbow, which our first bow for our archer that we can equip is a crossbow, you can also equip the shield with the archer, which is quite nice. Keith's got the battle. Yeah, I want Keith with the battle boots. Jeremy, don't really care about you for right now. Jeremy will come into play during random battles. When we don't have guest characters and we can equip 5 different characters into a random battle. Yeah, so that looks looking good. Yep, 800 gil. We are broke, completely broke, but we got our party set up quite nicely. Go ahead and save the game. And honestly, as broke as we are, I kind of hope one of these spots will give us a random battle. It would be nice. So let's just click where we want to go and move along. And we got our random battle. All right. Ooh, I didn't. Oh, crap. Oh, well. I didn't. After changing their jobs, I didn't re-sort their abilities, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. It should be quite fine, actually. Yeah, let's use Jeremy as bait. Put him out front. Okay. Yeah, this is good. Now we're going to get to level up some of our guys in their brand new jobs. I hope I equip JP up on everybody I needed to. And maybe Jeremy can learn it after this fight. It depends on how many... Now, these random battles can have a random number of enemies. As you can see, there's not many enemies in this one, so we're probably not going to learn too much. So there we used accumulate, and look, we got experience and job points just for using accumulate. That's why it's a good ability. Don't think I'm going to be able to hit this guy because this tree might be in the way of my shot. So yeah, you'll see if you select on to say, all right, I'm here. I select a target. If one of your characters or a tree or some other type of obstacle is in the way, the hit percentage is going to say 0%. 0%, not giving me any damage. I know this is not going to make, this arrow is not going to make it to him. So I just want to wait because I can't throw items. I'm not a chemist. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach him from here with an item, but we'll go ahead and try. Same thing with items. If your item's not going to make it because there's something obstructing its way, it'll say 0%. But look, we got a clear shot here. It's going to make it. Alright, knife hand. Miss. It doesn't matter. He didn't kill me, so that's all good. That's why we threw the potion. Alright, so it's going to look pretty silly taking one person on, taking on all these three, but she's a knight. She's got higher defense, she's got a shield, she's got higher HP. She's going to be able to withstand, hopefully, this onslaught from these guys. Ooh, forgot that they can counterattack. That's not good. And I'm going to try to run down over here. Actually, I'm going to send my archer over here for some support. Which, again, she's not going to have the range to do anything yet. The crossbow, the first bows you get are not going to have great range, obviously. Jeremy, why don't you go in there and do some damage, if you can. Alright, took him out. And I can go send my chemist in for some backup over here too. Some healing support. Looks like right about here would be good. Ooh, just out of range for a potion, but she's not in dire need for one either, so no big deal. Now she needs a potion. She's taking some shots. Gonna need a potion. I don't think the bomb's gonna be able to reach us. Nope. So that's good. Yep. We'll be able to hit our first target with our archer here. She's in critical condition now, but we should get our chemist turn next. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And we'll go potion. You know, like, give yourself a potion, Jeremy. You've earned it. The power of accumulate. You don't have to consume an item. You don't have to, risk yourself. You can just sit there and accumulate all day and just keep on getting those job points. Accumulate is great, and plus it makes your attack stronger. So benefits all around. Go ahead and just take this guy out. I know there's some healing that could happen, but you just want to take him out. You know what? Our knight can go ahead and throw a potion on himself. Right there. So, yep, let's do it again. Accumulate. Guess we'll go ahead and throw a potion on himself, even though the knights could use some healing too. Jeremy has throw stone, nice. Throw stone. Nice dodge on the counterattack. That should do it. All right, so we got some money, we got some experience. We're going to want to go into the menu and learn some abilities and whatnot. Reallocate our abilities a little bit. The next thing I want Ramza to learn would be move +1 for sure. Keith still needs Jeremy. Let's KP up, Keith. Next thing I want him to learn is high potion. So he still needs a little bit more job points for high potion. Janet's our archer. Now, archers learn charge abilities, and the higher the charge number, the higher the damage, but the longer it takes to charge up to. Jump +1 though. That might be where we go. So, just like you can learn movement abilities, you can also learn jump abilities, and jump is different levels you can jump up to. This can be very good for archers because then they can take the high ground. You want your archers to have the high ground. If you know anything about tactics in war, it's the same as in this game. The higher ground you have, the more range your archer's going to have, right? The more of the field that your archer's going to be able to hit. So yeah, let's go ahead and learn jump +1. The charge abilities are nice, but mobility can be your biggest friend in this game. All right. So jump +1. We can also give her some battle boots once we get enough money, and she'll be able to have a little more movement and jump ability. So right here on your left-hand side, right in the center of the screen, you're going to see move and jump. How many units you can jump, how many tiles you can move. So right now she has 4 jump, which is going to be the highest of anybody because of that jump +1. It's going to allow her to jump up higher onto things that other people would not be able to jump up onto. It's going to be nice. You'll see it pay off in upcoming battles. How how having the high ground, especially with your archers, can help out a lot. All right, she's a knight now. Weapon guard is going to be an important one. This is going to allow her to use the shield more easily, right? Parry attacks with equipped weapon. So not only can she block with the shield, now she can also block with her sword. She can parry attacks with her sword, right? So it makes, you know, it's going to give her even more likelihood of dodging attacks, which is what you want your knights to do. You want them to block and dodge attacks. They are your tanks. Tanks a lot. Accumulate would also be really nice for her to learn too. Right now we're not using those, so move +1 or accumulate. Another thing I haven't talked about is you can also learn job points, a certain percentage of job points from other jobs that you're not currently equipped as, if other members of your team are equipped as that job, correct? So Ram's Squire, Jeremy's Squire, when they take actions in battle, our other teammates will learn Squire abilities, points, right? We'll get job points for the Squire class. Also why you want to keep these two guys as Squire, because that way you can branch out into other jobs, like we did with Cindy and Janet, and still learn job points for other jobs, right? So we still want to learn move +1, we still learn accumulate, but we also want to branch out into other jobs. Look, she's a level 2 archer now, so we've opened up the thief class. All right, so as we level up here, we're going to learn more jobs down here. So we definitely want to keep Squire going. This is why I like to keep Ramza as a Squire for a good bit of the game, honestly. For a good bit of the early game, I should say. Before we start changing his job up, because he can send job points on to other people to keep learning their Squire abilities, to keep learning whatever they need to learn as a Squire. So yeah, I think we're good. Item, yes, and item, yes. Those are the things we want them to have. Gain GP up. Ooh, did we not learn gain GP up with you? Oh, yeah, we did. We just forgot to equip it. Whoops. There we go. Definitely want gain GP up. Equipped it. All right. And they didn't participate, so they didn't learn anything. Let's go over our equipment. We could give Delita a longsword. You know what? Why not? We had an extra one lying around. Alright. Alright, so there we go. We learned, reviewed our abilities, review our equipment. I do that after every battle, just to make sure. We could go back and buy some more stuff. Our stock of potions might need to be replenished, but I think we'll be fine. We have like 16 or 15 of them left. I don't think we'll be burning through them all in this next battle, but this next battle is going to be our first true real challenge of the game. This is the first battle that gets actually difficult. So far you've seen us kind of breeze through these battles. This next one is by no means a gimme, even if you level up by doing a few random battles, which we've only done one random battle. So that will be a challenge. And we'll be taking that one on in the next video. We'll see you there. All right. See you in the next one.